So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero. No, I'm just a little envious, that's all. Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to—
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first. Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of—
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it. This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory. Bringing fairy tale Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's fate to overwrite the other. But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a— It would have required the combined use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology, my teacher's alchemy, and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy, Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem and I took care of the alchemy side of things. Which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan. So now, there's only one thing missing. As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat. But I'm certain that the answer lies within this book.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book was to make that magic possible?
A form of magic powerful enough to rewrite fate.
Well, we've no time to lose. I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story most likely relates to me. So the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me.
Huh?
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the shape of its splintered arm aligning perfectly. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last. But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
I see.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an alchemist's workshop. There he was greeted by a clay figure, a child molded by the Sage Witch's hands. Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom. And he was determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring. And so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
What is this
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of—
Albedo?
Hold on. Why do I look like this?
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of how Durin sees them.
At least you're still human-shaped?
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, That must mean the two of us are both characters in the story. But you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all. You must be special figures in some way.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting...
Come on! What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come! Out!
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no...
What? Then what's the point of having a path here? Sounds like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still.
Sounds like this chapter's about Albedo bringing me to life.
If that really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation.
There has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be... The evil...
Looks like we haven't... Whatever happens next.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten, and so was the little dragon born anew.
Can I?
Finally! A happy ending! That must be the last step, right?
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more, his story far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, show us what you've got.
Wow! You're all so serious all of a... Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey! What control it. What choice?
Time is running out. So, will the little dragon dare to hold the...
What's up with the narrator?
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
The little dragon and his companions.
Huh?
Once the ink...
I had a feeling.
What's happening to the other?
Now that the...
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
Ahead of them was a storyless void.
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the unchecked. The little dragon story faded into nothingness.
Is this... me?
And so the story ended with
Oh no! What do we do?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
On here? Why isn't the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps So, what now? Did we use too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left? But...
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story, and I suspect it has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat. Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, but there is a fundamental difference between a being's story. As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along. But Durin's story, on the other hand, as Durin's connection to this world wore thin, in other words, his story can't continue, because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him, or stand in his way?
This is as far as the story can go.
I suppose. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten.
But we still don't even know if Durin belongs inside.
I'm not a.
I second that.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down.
In that invisible wall, it was that little dragon. The uncrossable edge of existence itself. And all of a sudden, it began to fracture, as if struck by some transcendent blow.
Gotta.
Ahead lies only
My consciousness.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and... Yes, Durin.
I can't feel a connection.
You're not alone in this world, Durin. At the very least, you have me.
I can't remember anything. Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long. Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Wait! Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
My wish?
Your story's not over yet!
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my
Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is...
I see. I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could, or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad...
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the stars themselves.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice, will you lend me your magic one last time?
You mean you want me to Extend.
No, not in that sense. As Rhindaughter once told me, the laws governing life and death, whether it lasts, if I tried to. This is not a I would like you.
I see. I could create. Oh, but for it to.
How much?
Oh, no matter how much. Someday, perhaps.
Still.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still. Look at.
Once he leaves, I'll just.
Anya, why not?
That's just.
Tell me. To.
Not a bad. My No matter how. For them. But what if.
You mean.
You said. But I found this ink. For what? Even once. And so.
A cat.
That way.
And you know. But. First of all, as you gradually hand over.
But at the same time.
The issue is. In fact,
we still have the story.
It's entirely. But.
I still. His hope.
And you do.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child. Do you understand what you must?
Yes, it's my.
Then.
What?
I will, my child.
I know. It's just.
Durin.
But after I suddenly. Maybe this is just what growing up. I'm ready to grow up now.
You've witnessed this story from here. Now I ask of you. Will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin? Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun. Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the fight.
A chance to
No! That fate no longer defines. Thunder! Hey! Devouring claw! Element for the end! Devouring claw! Stop that! Thunder!
No dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up.
Only my story shall endure. Stay away from me!
like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
This time, the light prevails. Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over. Is everyone okay?
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there.
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has... I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this...
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Allow me to just check one thing. Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
Oh, thank goodness.
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, it's time for me to get out of here.
You're leaving so soon? Well, don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
A party? Do I look like... Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what friends are for, right?
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate, not the time for academic discussion.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's just... I wouldn't even...
It's all right. I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. All right, then. Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today...
Okay. So, it's party time next. Huh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
She must have known the moment we finished. Just like she said she would.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quick.
You had
I chose. It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know.
At least it made for an interesting story.
Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf Bard?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risk.
Sorry for...
Think nothing.
Here.
Well. Somehow, despite all my care, it never even... If only the others were here too. I'm right. Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the...
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look.
All right.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among the stars. Anya has accomplished what almost...
What does that mean?
Child.
Oh.
Just like how she was in the story.
Tell me, little dear.
Well,
How about settling your most
Not so fast, Tone-Deaf Bard. What exactly did you just tell Durin to
make the long overdue wish?
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again.
strange.
Oh, please.
Huh.
Aside from... Since...
There's no all that. My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still, I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.